I cut all my split ends off yesterday, which took about 2 hours because my hair is very long, during which I was listening to a French course audiobook thing on Spotify. So being productive, which was great, but I also retrimmed my face framing layers, which are now really much shorter than they were, so they don't fully stay behind my ears. So I'm back to using hair clips. I've really just been trying to let my hair grow, and I feel like a child with hair clips in. I mean, I'm also kind of dressed playfully. And this is also my bag today, so that's fine. But the thing is, since I've made this wondrous jacket for Melbourne weather at the end of my first semester, aka this bad boy, it's the only thing I wear. And I have other things in rotation. I have other things that I should give some love to. So today we're going for a real cutesy look because I'm gonna go meet up with a friend who I think will appreciate this aesthetic. I'm taking her knitting machine for the summer break because she's going back home to Hong Kong, which means her poor knitting machine is not going to get any use for 3 months. And I gladly volunteered to take it because I've never used one. So she's going to go and give me a rundown of maintenance, how-tos, and I'm going to have a new toy to play with this summer, which is so exciting because uni's done. I'm just working and trying to rebalance my life and do other things that bring me joy, / remind myself what brings me joy, because yeah, there hasn't been a lot of free time in the last few months, so this will be very exciting. I've never been good with understanding how heavy something is. As in, if I'm packing a suitcase, I often think I'm way over because I'm physically weak. But this machine, I swear, is like 40 kilos. I had to stop 5 times on the way from the train station here, and it's usually like a 5-minute walk. Today's weather has been so bipolar, storming, then it's sunny, but it feels like I'm in the North Pole and I have frostbite on all of my fingers and toes. Then it's raining again, so I buy an umbrella, which I use for like 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's okay, the sun's back, but it's still cold. And then we leave with this, and it's summer, and I'm looking at my window and it looks like it's gonna storm again. I've just worked up a sweat and I'm going on a date, so I think I need to go and shower now because what the hell. But she's here and I'm so excited because I have like the most beautiful tool ever. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to figure out how to properly use it without messing up. But I think once I learn all the ins and outs, which I have a manual for, the only issue is that it's all in Chinese. So Google Translate will be a big help, but yeah, I'm very excited. Unfortunately, I don't have time to play with it now. I need to get ready. The outfit for tonight's bipolar weather. Also, I can't stop my hand from shaking. I think this knitting machine has caused me permanent muscle seizures in my arms. On tonight's agenda, we are going to do things young people do, aka people my age, aka go to a bar and mingle with other people my age, because YOLO. Can you tell I don't get out much? But my uni's hosting an end of year, yay, exams are over, party at some bar. So Technically, I don't do exams, but I think it's pretty fair to say that I deserve this party just as much as they do, because the garments that I made for the end of my semester and the way my life has been functioning for the last few months deserves one of these kind of nights. It's gonna be good. I don't know what to wear to these kind of things. I think I look too cute. I look like a summer girl, but I feel like it's gonna get really hot in there, so I'm just bringing a jacket and my big girl bag full of essentials. Yeah. What are you doing tonight? Boy, are we dehydrated. And yes, comparing to the clip I filmed before leaving, you may think, Veronica, how has your voice gone so raspy and sexy all of a sudden? Let me tell you, my friends, it's not because I was mingling with other people my age, making new connections and relationships. No, it was because I was screaming at my friend 30 centimeters away from me because we couldn't hear each other because of the volume at this bar. Not to mention the taste in music. I just know that whoever hired this DJ is a millennial. And it's so sad. It was so bad. Like, not tasteful. It wasn't modern pop. It was modern pop for 2012, but not the good kind. You could have just gone 90s hits and everyone would have been pleased. But the rhythm was changing from like bop, we're in Berlin and it's insane, to like Shawn Mendes in 2012. Who is this DJ? Literally, so overstimulated. But obviously we are the lives of the party, so regardless, I had a good time. We were dancing harder than anyone, looked like complete idiots, and it was phenomenal. Highly enjoyed that. Would I go again? No. And then we left, hoping to go find somewhere with better music, but after we left, I think we really enjoyed the silence of the streets. And I all of a sudden had a very, very deep craving for miso soup. So, girls on a mission, I have to have my soup. Starting to look for soup. I find this place that has soup. They close in 20 minutes. We go, the glass door is shut. I'm standing there. Lady, let me in. I just want to order a cup of miso soup. No, you can't come in. Crushed. So now I'm thinking, all I want is miso soup. Now I've been rejected and I want it even more, but I'm not giving up. I'm looking for soup. Then we walk past this Vietnamese place where I always get pho. Looking up the little sides, bowl of vegetables, bowl of noodles, bowl of broth. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and I got my broth, $2.50 for a deliciously juicy cup of broth. Sat and ate it in the cold, feeling like a protagonist. God, I love things that make me feel like a protagonist, because obviously I am in my story. What a night. What a night to remember. Wow.
It's been a little too long since I've utilized a free pass for something. So we've just signed up for 2 weeks, free class pass. This is not an ad. I've just been getting an insane amount of ads for them. I think we're gonna go and do a reformer Pilates class, which makes me a little bit nervous because I've never done reformer Pilates. I've done like regular mat Pilates, and yeah, something about being strapped onto a machine with elastics, and it sounds a little bit stressful. But what's the point in being human if you're not going to go and willingly embarrass yourself sometimes? Do you know what I mean? Let's go and humble ourselves today. I can't tell if I want to do a Pilates class more or less now that I haven't been able to walk properly for the last 2 days. To make things better, I have 2 flights of stairs at home and an internal staircase at work that I have to use to move between floors. And I physically cannot walk downstairs without being in agonizing pain in my thighs. Not to mention look like a complete dork, moving at the pace of a turtle, looking like there's something shoved up mine. Also, how does a 45-minute reformer Pilates class do this? I'm sorry, there should be a warning label before you start the class. Don't go as hard as you know you can go, because you're going to be suffering the consequences. I don't think it's getting any better, and all I've been doing is stretching, magnesium cream, more stretching, more cream, nothing. It hurts so bad. So to compromise, today after work, we are going to a hot yoga flow class to stretch, be warm, and one with our body, because I need all the external help that I can get. The joy of this morning, however, is my breakfast, which I'm about to make. And it is the same thing that I had for dinner last night, because it was that good. I have a new hyperfixation. Arguably, I've had it for a long time, but I've just been living life through her, AKA this beautiful woman who makes sandwiches on Instagram. Oh my God. And tell me why I've been living life through her when I can live life through me. So I made a veggie sandwich last night, and it was phenomenal. Why? I don't know. Delicious. Close your eyes, I'm going to describe it for you, because veggie sandwich doesn't sound very appealing right now. Toasted buttered bread, beetroot hummus, leafy greens, cucumber, chipotle mayo, avocado, and cheese. Sorry for breaking your flow. Squash that all together, and oh my God, it was so good. Now I can't stop thinking about it. So we're gonna make it. I'm gonna give you a beautiful cross section so you can understand that this is a to die for kind of sandwich. Look at the sandwich. Look at it getting the spotlight it deserves. This wasn't even set up. The plate was sitting there, and I looked down and I realized this is a golden moment of appreciation for my new addiction. The sandwich is wild. I can't stop eating it, and I just got more fresh bread, so that was a pretty easy green light to go ahead and make another one of them. Totally get Pilates. Very, very empowering. But I did leave with a deep, deep craving for a filet of fish burger. And instead of just going to Macca's and buying one, I decided to make my own. So we have cheese, a fish patty, and then to really top it off, I went and I bought tartar sauce from McDonald's. Because let's be honest, that's what makes it. That's what makes it a filet of fish. I have another whole tub. Wow, that's so good. We're spending the day at the beach today.
It is a little bit windier and cooler than it was meant to be, but I've also come to find out very quickly that Melbourne is extremely bipolar in November. It's like those Bean Boozled jelly beans where you're either going to get vomit or green apple, and 70% of the time I'm getting vomit. So this green apple jelly bean is very, very appreciated. I also have a new book that I'm going to start reading, The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. If you've read it, let me know, because I haven't heard much about it, but apparently it's meant to be like a philosophical spa retreat in the mountains, which sounds really nice. I'm usually not somebody who gravitates towards fiction. I just finished reading The Body Keeps the Score, which I really liked, and that's just super like psychology heavy, very non-fiction. So I'm very excited for this. We'll start it today and see how it goes. It's definitely quite hefty. I think it's 700 pages. Yeah. So good. So excited. I do love a thick book.
Which is shocking, considering I have been trying to repair my throat for the last 2.5 weeks since I last went out. But I learnt my lesson the hard way. There's absolutely no point in shouting to hear the person in front of you if the music is too loud, because it will prevail, and I will inevitably be drinking cough syrup for the next 2 weeks trying to fix that mistake. I got new jeans yesterday, which are, in my opinion, really cute. Very beach jean, which doesn't really suit the going out vibe for tonight, but I really want to wear them. They're Tommy Hilfiger. Someone's obviously done them up. There's like really fun stitching and patches, and I don't know, I'm a big fan. But I think we're gonna dress it up a little bit and wear a heel. I never know how to pack a bag for stuff like this, because I'm gonna get cold while I'm on the way there, which means I need to bring a jacket, and I'm obviously taking it off when I get there because I'm gonna be cold. So what kind of bag does one bring to something like that? I think that's a little bit ridiculous. This is probably what I should do. But my jacket, what are we gonna do with her? How am I gonna fit anything here? Why can't it just be bottomless like Mary Poppins? Where's my pink mystery case? No way. No way. It's this little pink case that has all my essentials. It has my mascara, so I guess we need to open a new one. It has all my favorite lip products, which means the things that I wear every single day. And it has my mascara. It has everything. It's like the perfect little mini case of everything I need on me today. Okay, actually, very, very good mascara. This is a disaster. I'm gonna be late because now I'm gonna be searching for a new lip combo that I can bring with me. I don't know what that's gonna be. This is too stressful. I've had that one determined for the last year. You know how much time that saves me? Not having to pick a new lip combo every day. Tuck our hair into the jacket and then do one of these Dementor S vibes, and then just hope for the best. Let's go have a Friday night out.
We're going to go and do aerial yoga. I have no idea what that means. I assume that means that we're going to be using these like silk pieces of fabric that like aerial dancers and artists use, and we're going to be doing yoga at the same time. So that's very exciting. And then later on today we have a stretch reformer Pilates class. I'm really just using up the remainder of these credits before my free trial expires, and I'm loving my life. If you have ClassPass in your city, hashtag not sponsored, not an ad, this has been so fun, so I highly recommend that you do this. I've never been here before. I always thought the Melbourne Museum was a ticketed place, so I never bothered even checking. And I just came in to use their bathroom, and I've been here for at least an hour. So this turned into a bit of a field trip.